So I had this genius idea. When I say genius, I mean I was convinced that this was the smartest, most amazing idea I've ever had. A murder mystery party game with virtual reality. Not just reading and solving clues, I'm talking about actually going inside the surveillance. I'm talking about putting the user, teleporting the consumer straight into the security cameras. Every angle, every beat, every shadow. This was gonna be the future of party games. And nobody could convince me otherwise. We still lost $500,000. The victim? Haley Rose, a YouTuber. Went viral on a show called Wake Up to Makeup, a daily makeup routine with her best friend. Brand deals start rolling in. Drama starts getting a little spicy. And one day, Haley's body is found in a nearby lake. Now in game design, we need something to happen immediately, and that's your connection with the victim. We knew that the consumer had to fall in love and care about Haley immediately. And so thus the game opens up with a letter from Haley's mom, begging you to help her because the police have already failed. It's emotional, it's personal, it's heavy. And attached to that letter is Haley's photo, because the sooner you care about her, the more this is gonna matter. Now, because this is a physical game, it has to also work at the retail level. So we made the box appear like it was straight out of the evidence locker. And inside, it contained everything a proper murder should. We're talking receipts, we're talking about parking tickets, autopsy reports, newspaper clippings, forensic documents, police interviews. We wanted this thing to feel real, so there was little trinkets or trash or stuff that would be inside her pockets, her dead body's pockets. The packaging felt like it got pulled off of a dusty shelf in a precinct. And everything inside it felt like it was wrapped up in a hurry, like it was handled in angst, like the police just gave up and handed you their mess. But this wasn't just a box of clues. We had to go and build an entire world around this puzzle. We spent months and hundreds of thousands of dollars starting with the VR footage. It was like shooting a low-budget feature film, the actors, the extras, the locations, the lighting, the wardrobe, the days and weeks of content. Side note, this was our first time shooting a narrative or story in VR, and this is something nobody tells you, is that in VR, everything's a little bit more tricky. The camera doesn't just shoot in that 180 or that one direction that you're pointing it at. It gets everything. So on every single take, imagine this, the entire crew has to vacate. We set the cameras up and literally run and pray. And then came the app design. The dev team had to take all of the content that we shot and wrap it up into this world with objectives for the user to solve. We wanted to include an AR map of the city so that you can kind of follow visually and reference where you are and where the clues and the crimes took place. You begin by mapping out your locations in augmented reality, zooming in on buildings, tracking movements, examining timelines. And then we built the entire online world. I'm talking about 15 physical websites, cloud storage accounts, emails, messengers, hidden folders, logins that you have to crack, profiles you have to dig through and hack, a full digital ecosystem. VR, AR, physical evidence, online evidence, team play. What more do you want from me out of a game? The sheer layers in this narrative were deep. It was like M. Night Shyamalan did a murder mystery. And to us, suddenly, it was no longer just a game. It was a bloody universe that you had to unravel and solve. And because we were so excited and we were clearly not done burning money just yet, we flew to Italy to do a full-blown TV commercial in Milan. These guys are one of the top studios that do cinematic trailers for A+ game titles. And so here we are, Toy Company, standing in this rugged Italian studio, shooting a spot for a murder mystery VR game that we believed at the time was about to change retail forever. To us, this wasn't just another toy, it was Mission Impossible. The scale was insane, the ambition was obsessive, and at the time, it was all worth it. And so, we launched it, and the immediate reaction? What is this game, bro? I personally sat in dozens of playtests, watching friends and family run through this entire game, and the immediate reaction was just pure confusion. What is this? You want me to visit websites like in real life? Wait, I have to pull out my laptop and actually research things? Yes, we crafted this thing to look real, to feel real. Use your phone, use your computer, get into it. So we had a problem, and the immediate cure, a how-to video. And we would force you to watch it when you open the app. Yes, you need to visit real websites. Yes, this is a multiplayer game. Yes, you point your device at the map and cool things happen. Yes, you hack into actual cloud accounts that we've created on the World Wide Web. Yes, you're gonna hack into real iCloud accounts. No, you're not committing a felony. This is just a game. And this is just another piece of game design that I want to talk about. When you're creating a game, if it's too easy, the consumer's upset. They didn't feel like they got their value out of it. If it's too complex, then they can't solve it. So there's a fine line between being too easy and making the customer feel stupid to where they abandon it and curse the brand in the reviews. That's why the art of game design is very narrow. And so we released the item. And it's in a couple retailers, Barnes & Noble, Kohl's, Dillard's, Macy's, and of course available online, Walmart, Amazon. And even to us, the people that worked on it, remain confident that it's still the greatest product ever. We still lost $500,000. Proving that sometimes what you consider as the greatest idea, one that nobody can talk you out of, is not what the market wants. And sure, maybe we over-engineered the whole thing. Maybe we over-processed the play pattern. We even did a sponsored integration with a major YouTuber that specializes in crime. 4 units sold. You won't believe what we had to pay him. So what was the problem? Maybe VR isn't the right tool for a shared experience. Maybe people just don't want to isolate themselves at a party. Maybe the market wasn't ready. Maybe the timing was bad. Maybe the idea didn't make sense to anybody else but me. But here's the twist in this entire story. In the toy business, we're always fully focused on Christmas, and that's when this item failed. But just as we were getting ready to take this thing out back and shoot it, it started selling. After Christmas, out of nowhere, quietly, steadily. Turns out, nobody wants to solve a murder during the holidays. Between burning the turkey and your mother-in-law, there's already a lot to unpack there. You want me to figure out who threw this bitch in the lake? And so there we were in spring, and Cold Case VR became one of our top sellers. And the people that played it, the people that reviewed it, loved it, obsessed over it, started reaching out, emailing us, asking us when the next one's coming. Don't get me wrong, we haven't fully recovered. We're still in the red, but let me ask you a question. Do we resurrect it? Do we rewrite the ending? Do we simplify it to make it easier to solve? Do we make more? Do we go bigger, smarter, smaller, crazier? Tell me in the comments. I'm actually curious who's interested to play it. I'd be willing to give out 10, maybe 20 copies to groups that want to actually play this thing and provide real feedback for us. I would love nothing more than to make an entire series out of these. The startup investment gone wrong, a nice kidnapping story, or everyone loves a good bachelor party massacre. So if there's a moral to this story, it's that ambition is expensive, but regret costs way more. You won't always win, but it's the losses that will sculpt the next big idea. Thanks for watching.